At a time when cyber frauds have become the biggest challenge for both the public as well as the law enforcement authorities, the banks have played a very critical role. I'm here at SBI AC Guards in Hyderabad, and I have with me the manager and associate manager here at the bank, who in fact have managed to avert a fraud. Swati, tell us what happened. You managed to avert citizen, a 61-year-old doctor, I understand, from losing money. What happened?
So this customer has been coming to the branch. He's a familiar customer. So he came to the branch one day to close his fixed deposit with us. We closed on his request. He came back again the next day. He approached my counter and wanted to do an RTGS of 8 lakhs to someone. He showed me to whom he wanted to send. But I sensed that he was appearing tensed and not his usual self. And also he was constantly checking his phone. So I asked him if everything was all right and what the purpose of the funds transfer was for. He told me everything was fine. It was for a personal purpose. But I sensed something is different, something is amiss. So I immediately alerted our branch manager, sir, Kamlakar sir, and I took the customer to his cabin. Sir also talked to the customer, inquired about the purpose of the funds transfer. He told it was for personal purpose and then for property purchase. On inquiring if property has been seen by him, he denied. That raised our suspicion. He was also giving inconsistent answers and constantly scrolling on his phone. Because we are getting so many news and training, we have been attending training also by our training centers, our RBOs. So we knew about these frauds. We also told him that there is no need to worry if he's getting any calls from anyone posing as officials or demanding money. He
You
denied.
said all that while you were still on the call, which means that person the other side would have been on the audio as
Yes. He would have been listening to us also. Yes.
well. And yet?
And yet the customer denied and wanted to go forward with the transaction. But we sensed he's not 100% sure. So we asked him to come back with his sister who lives very near. We also knew about her. He said okay and he went home that day. He came to the bank the next day again without his sister, and on asking where his sister was, he told his sister went to college, she can't come. This time he approached a different counter because the previous day I denied the transaction, but we have already alerted the whole branch staff about the customer to be cautious. So the other branch staff also, Vai Swami and Vishnu Kumar, they also talked to the customer why the funds were being transferred. He told it was for personal purpose. He kept smiling. Whenever we tried to talk to him, he kept telling us it was he's very thankful to us. We are trying to talk to him to help him, but there is nothing to worry in his case. So we also showed him the article on my mobile from Man Ki Baat of Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji, that he told that there is nothing like cyber arrest. He read the whole article. He still was nodding his head, was smiling, but asked us to go forward with the transaction.
Oh my God, that is quite surprising. When she came to you, you were already aware. Did she brief you before bringing the customer in?
Swati madam has briefed the entire incident, and then when he came inside the cabin, I asked him why you are transferring this much amount. Then our customer said that he wants to purchase a flat, and for that purpose he was transferring. Then I inquired whether you have met the landlord of that property, and he said that I didn't met the landlord. Then on what basis you are transferring 8 lakhs? So the customer said that there is a middle person, I am transferring the entire amount to that middle person. So I asked him not to transfer the amount to the middle person. If something happens, the landlord won't give you the property now. So you better go home and think again and come back next day. Then the customer came on the next day, and when I asked him the mobile, and there are some police photos and the police emblem in his photo where with whom the customer is chatting. They have kept all the police photos. So by that the customer is in cyber threat. We came to know, and again we denied the transfer, saying that the systems are not working right now. So the customer came on the next day. So again Swati madam has came to the customer, and she has taken the phone, and through her
So
phone.
all through this, other person was live, and did he try to talk at that time?
He was temporarily disconnecting the call, but still he was calling again continuously. Even when I had the phone in my hand, he was continuously calling and asking, "Where are you? Why are you not lifting my call? Come online, send the UTR number, reference number." And the last day, the amount he raised it to 13 lakhs from 8 lakhs to a completely separate beneficiary also. That is
And
what
then you called 1930 on an alternate number.
Yes, I called it from my mobile because he was not sharing his mobile then. I called from my mobile, and two officials from cybercrime department also talked to the customer. First official, he didn't agree. He was still telling it is all fine. I'm sending it is a genuine transaction. But when a senior official talked to him from the cybercrime department, then he came out of that fear. She shared her personal number with him, asked him not to worry, that there is nothing to worry, that he can contact her. Then he came out, and then he thanked us immensely. Then he came out of that fear on the fourth day.
So that's a fantastic story actually of how the bank has persisted in protecting the customer's interests, even though the customer himself seems to have been in a state almost of hypnosis, where he was not willing to in fact come out of that and accept that it was in fact a cyber fraud. So every such transaction happens through the bank, and alert bank employees like these certainly helping the customer and improving awareness as well. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.